When I say you can remove your hat, and then you can see the surprise, okay? Ready? Remove your hat. Take it off. Take your hat. See, what's out there? What's out there? Look, what's on the ground? What's on the ground?
Snow. Snow.
Ah, gross. The first snowfall of the year, October 30th. We get our first dusting, or what appears to probably be a few inches here tonight. It's crunch time to get some of the things done on the farm. We still gotta put the fertilizer in and do the chisel plowing before the ground is frozen. We're up against the wall to get it done. Only 6 more months of winter. Welcome back to Your Family Farmer. We got a lot to do, so let's get to it. My dad just finished up using the yellow Fords for manure hauling. We got all the manure out of the pole barn for the year. Leaves plenty of room for cows to have all winter long. We'll put some bedding down, some corn stalk bales and some hay. And we'll do a little compost bedding, and we'll keep them out of those winds and the snow and the rain. We'll keep them warm all winter long. In the future here, I'm going to extend these feeder rails all the way to the end to add a little more room to hold a few more cattle. And there's the aftermath of cleaning out the pole barn. We got some new hay and some new corn stalk bales laid down here to start the composting process and keeping the cattle warm over the winter. Closing the gate. Another load of manure. Happy Halloween! As you can tell, we had our first snowfall of the season last night, October 30th, and surprisingly, it lasted the whole day. The ground's still pretty warm, so there should have been more melting, but the air temperature today hasn't hit above 30, and it's currently just over 20. I hope the snow holds off for a little bit longer. There's still some things we need to do. We're getting manure down on these corn fields, what's in the pole barn and the other barns. Getting the cow manure. I'm kind of hoping to get some chicken manure delivered tomorrow, but it sounds like that may not be happening. So then the next step is to till this under with our new to us anyway, chisel plow. Otherwise, if we get the manure, we're gonna layer it about 1 ton to 1.25 tons per acre. We got about 19 acres of cornfield that we're gonna do. After that, we'll get the chisel plow and we'll incorporate it into the soil. And then we should be done for the year for the most part, other than maybe a little bit of manure out of some of the barns. And that'll be a nice. Then I guess the snow can fly, the ground will be frozen. And before you know it, it's Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's just above 20 degrees out here right now. No cab, who needs a cab? No gloves. It's getting a little chilly, but it isn't too bad. I guess you're kind of used to it if you live up here in Minnesota. I actually only have 2 tractors with a cab, and I'll only count 1 as actually a cab. The other cab's more of a tin box where you hear everything and rattles your brain a little bit. But it's nice to get out in nature and enjoy it a little bit. I don't know if I would like to have a cab all year round. Yes, of course, it's nice when you're blowing snow and in the springtime when you get a little bit of rain. But this time of year, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It feels good to be outside. Enjoy the last fresh air before you can't, before it's 20, 30 below. The cows got locked out while we were cleaning up their home. They're ready to go get something to eat and drink. Too busy staring. Off to dinner they go. At least that one. The cattle are back in their home, investigating their new bedding. The idea behind this is put a nice layer of hay and corn stalks, and then they'll poop on that, and then you just add another layer of hay and corn stalks, and they poop on that, and you layer it, and that actually keeps the cattle warm over the winter, provides a little bit of heat from underneath. It's kind of a neat thing when you do it correctly. It's a stressful time of year. Come late October, everyone's trying to get their harvest in, trying to get the manure spread on the field, try to get their cattle taken care of and prep for winter. I know a lot of farmers are feeling stressed and feel like they're against the wall, including some of the stuff we do. So if you guys could just be kind to them, give them a wave as they drive along on the tractor, give them a little bit of extra space. Just know that they're in a rush and trying to get things done and provide for their families. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Your Family Farmer. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for our next episode as we continue life on the farm and getting in the field before the snow flies. Until then, enjoy the sunset. It's the last October sunset. Until next year.